Everyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Happy Father's Day to all the daddies in the room. This is year 2 of our annual fantasy draft for the Take No Prisoners League, the best league going around. We've been going at it every year since 1999. That's where that song came from, Party Like It's 1999. We are here to disclose the draft order for the 2024 season. This gives all of our competitors a couple of months to brainstorm, change their mind 35 times, and inevitably do it one final time on the morning of what I think is going to be August 24th, the draft date for the 2024 Take No Prisoners season. Just to review the logistics for the way that this process will work. This is the second year of our lottery process with results, percentages, all based off of finishing positions for the 2023 season. Selection slots will be chosen in reverse order. So when your name pops up, you go into the last remaining slot. That means you don't want to see your name early if you're hoping for a top pick. When a name is chosen, as I mentioned, that name will be slotted into the last available place. So if I call your name first, you're chosen in with the 8th pick. So the other entries for that name obviously will then be removed. What we're looking for is we wanted to add a little bit of incentive for winning the consolation bracket last year. So we promote parity. We want all our teams to have an excellent chance. But if you hung in there and you won in week 15 and 16 in the consolation bracket or the toilet bowl, as we have affectionately come to know it, you will earn the best chance of having the first pick here in the following year's draft. The 6th place team will have the second best chance, the 7th place team, the third best chance, of course, the 8th place team, the 4th best chance. And by popular demand, if you came in 1 through 4, you will all have an equal shot. So the 4 playoff teams will all have the same number of entries into our lottery system. We have a random wheel, which you'll see in a moment, because in order to get the best chance, you're the 5th place team, you will have your name on that wheel only one time. And again, the idea is to not have your name called since we're revealing names in reverse order. The 6th place team will have 2 entries, the 7th place team 3 entries, the 8th place team 4 entries, and each of the playoff teams from last year will be on our wheel 5 times. What that basically looks like, if we take last year's finishing positions, Matt Halseth was our 5th place team, the tournament of losers champion, for lack of a better description. He will have the best chance at the number 1 pick. And because the math I can only figure out through one rotation, he'll have a 3.3% chance of being selected for the 8th pick. That's a relatively small number, of course. But then because those numbers will change depending on who gets pulled, I'm not able to project out an actual percentage chance of getting the number 1 pick. It will change or fluctuate based off of who gets pulled and who's left. So Halseth will have a 3.3% chance at the worst pick. Jonathan Shulkin next at 6.7%, Will Lysette 10%, Joe Walsh a 13.3% chance, and then the 4 playoff teams, Ryan Walsh, Tyler Scudero, Corey Uhalt, and Mike Imoto will each have a 16.7% chance of being called first and having 8th pick, and the numbers will all switch from there. That, of course, connects to having the best chance of the number 1 pick for Halseth, the second best chance for Shulkin, the third best chance for Lysette, and so on and so on. The pundits across the country have been mired in their analysis and research for this upcoming draft, and we will head to one of them now as Johnny Radtech, has a little bit of commentary for this year's draft.
Now, before we get to today's draft order, let's take a look at how the board might shake out. If Corey's drafting in the top half of the draft, expect to target Josh Allen or Dak Prescott, but failing that, he'll fall back on his patented burrow or bust strategy and look to pair him with Ja'Marr Chase.
Pick.
Onto a true free thinker. It's irrelevant where in the draft RJ is selecting. His only mandate is explosivity 100%, grit 0%. And with that in mind, I expect him to be selecting both Anthony Richardson and Jaden McDaniels. Who can say if these are first rounders or 10th rounders? But I guarantee both those players will end up on RJ's squad. Joe, when you're drafting in the top 4, you never seem to miss on the QB. So drop a bit further down the board because I've got my eye on a fellow elder statesman who you might be willing to go once more unto the breach, dear friends, once more. Traditionally known as the antithesis of RJ. Mr. L's history would suggest the simply picking the slowest quarterback available. No matter what. He's a newly married man. I'm wondering if just this once, this year, he might turn his back on his old flame, Jerry Goff, cast his eye on a new love.
Oh my God.
Oh, Iron Mike, never concerned with making the playoffs, only concerned with peaking once your team is there. Bulldoze your way to a championship every year. But just to get his best friend and occasional lover, Kirk Cousins, in the second round, or for the win. Well, I'm sure he wouldn't turn down a top pick this year. We're in a unique position with Scudero because for the first time in history, it might actually make sense to draft 2 49ers in the top 10 picks. Kind of hoping we see Scudero at the turn and see if he and Kyle can both ride Purdy and McCaffrey to championships this year. I'd love to see. I'd love to see. Schulk. Well, if he gets the number 1 pick, he'll surely trade back. We know that. Acquire 4 tight ends in every draft, as well as prioritizing the 3rd quarterback above all else. So it'll shock absolutely no one were he to select Laporta and Kelsey wherever he's drafted. It doesn't matter. And now, I'm not a math guy, so I can't figure out how but whatever the numbers he runs, they seem to work. Now, the only thing that he hits at a higher clip than his picks are his fairways. So expect us to put the win in Windsor twice on draft. All right. Without further ado, the draft order. Take it away, Corey.
Nice job, Schulk.
All right, so we have the 2004 draft order, which we will go ahead and write in. I'm going to bring this over. Can you guys see that wheel now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, so as you can see, the entries are here. Hulseth is on the board 1 time. Jonathan Shulkin on the board twice. Lysette 3 times. Joe Welsh 4 times. Ryan Walsh, Tyler Scudero, Corey Uhalt, and Mike Emoto 5 times each. William Lysette, could you please give us your favorite number between 1 and 10?
Let's go with 3.
3. All right. So I'll be shuffling this random order 3 times. So that is 1 time. You can see that the names then are mixed up. We just don't want all the same names next to each other. I'll click it 1 more time. That is 2 times. And 1 final randomization of our list. That is 3 times. So all of the names you can see are still on the board, but they have been randomized according to L's favorite number 3. And here we are, the first pick, or I should say the 8th pick. Remember, if you are hoping for a top pick, you want to not see your name. Here we go. 8th pick is going to go to Tyler Scudero. Tyler Scudero.
Shulkin's a genius.
Let me tell you, some people rock, some people chalk, and some people jaywalk if it's required in the Midwestern United States Parkour Championships. He'll tell you the best way to cure a hangover is a jar of pickle juice and some journaling. If you need to know if it's a block or a charge, look no further than Tyler Scudero. Tyler's coming off a 3rd place finish in 2023. He has 1 title, a 39% playoff qualification rate, and an average coming in 5.2. So that is Tyler Scudero. We're writing him in with the 8th pick.
I thought it was going to hit me for a second there. It was really close.
And removing all of Scudero. And so we have 7 people left vying for the next pick, the 7th pick.
All that work. Corey deserves first pick. Sorry, Corey, you deserve first pick.
There it is. All right. So if we go to Corey, this is coming
Oh,
up a second place finish in 2023, one title as well. Qualifies for the playoffs at a 60% rate and averages in the top half of the league just barely at 3.95. I must say someone else really should fill in the commentary here, but I'll just leave it as a guy who takes on life like he's really and truly left-handed. If anyone else is doing it, he is not. A true contrarian when it comes to attire, behavior, and also that everyone else would have won 4 or 5 titles with his roster construction. But he says, nah, hold my beer. Corey Uhald will have the 7th pick here in 2024.
Self-knowledge is a beautiful thing, Corey.
Go ahead and write that one in. All right.
Love it.
Okay, so we have 6 spots remaining. 6 spots remaining. The 6th pick. And we are going off of the numerical percentages for the first time. It's going to be Jonathan Shulkin into 6th place.
Good spot now.
There he is. He had the second best chance of getting first pick.
Patty,
But
look at
still
this
not.
picture.
He'll be slotted 6th this year, coming off of a 6th place finish in 2023. One title, a 40% playoff conversion rate. You'd think that a radiological technician would have the insight and vision to see right through the challenges of fantasy sports, and yet here we are. Left with our current enigma, father of 2 future miniature golf champions, and nursing his own future inevitable shortcomings. He truly understands the multiple meanings of love, agape, perhaps notwithstanding. The 6th overall pick in 2024 will be Jonathan Shulkin.
This is so good.
We are down to the top 5 picks. 5 remaining names on the board. Each will pick in the top 5. 5th pick is going to go to.
It's gonna be one of us, bud.
Yeah, one of us probably.
This is right on the border. Ryan Walsh. Ryan Walsh.
That's good. That's a good.
Oh.
Pick. That's a good place.
All right, and Ryan Walsh, 5th pick. Another playoff performance last year, 4th place in 2023. He's got 3 titles, qualifies for the playoffs at a 45% rate. He's a current PhD candidate who puts the disc into discussion and the main into main character syndrome. If the league were decided by 6 a.m. swims and meditation sessions beneath the proverbial willow, we'd all be playing for 2nd place. He'll pick 5th in 2024, Ryan Joseph Walsh.
Oh, I love it. It's terrific.
Right. So Ryan Walsh is 5th, and we are now into the top half. Looking at the top 4 picks, we have 1 playoff team left. That's Mike Imoto. We also have Will Lysette, Joe Walsh, and Matt Hulseth, all still vying for those top 4 selections in this year's draft.
I don't know which one. Probably 4. They're all pretty good. Probably 4, but one I want now.
Well, if you want, what do you want?
Here we go. 4th pick is going to go to
Moto.
Michael
Yeah,
Imoto.
you got top 3, bud.
Yeah.
Michael.
Oh, good.
Folks, not since Takeru Kobayashi took the world of competitive eating by storm has a man from the land of the rising sun basked in so much success. He's now coming off of back-to-back league titles, and the worst part is he doesn't even live in a time zone that allows everyone else to tear him down for it. He's the champ until someone takes it from him. Picking 4th in 2024 will be Michael Imoto.
Nice job. Nice job.
We have 3 spots remaining, and the 3 spots left are 3 teams from our consolation bracket last year: Matt Halseth, William Lysette, and Joe Walsh. 3 spots left.
Yeah.
Third pick in 2024 is going to
Oh, all right.
How
Sir
about
William.
that? Down to me and you, Joe.
Yep.
a half marathon wasn't enough. So he doubled it and then doubled down by taking a bride. Some might call it reckless, and others might call it extremely reckless. Hoping matrimony equates to a playoff berth, William Lysette, off a 7th place finish last year, still searching for the first title, but many think this could be the year. Picking 3rd in the 24 draft, it will be William Lysette. And that takes us down to the final 2 spots left. Just
Which one do you want, Halseth? Does it matter?
Matt Halseth.
Yeah, probably. I think it makes it easier to have the one just because you get to pick 2 in a row and then relax and have a beer for a while.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. The moment of fate. We have, let's see, Joe Walsh. If you're a numbers person, Joe Walsh will have an 80% chance here at selecting 2nd, but let's see if he beats the odds.
Oh, I think you got it, Joe.
Right on the edge. And it will be Matt Halseth
1-6.
selecting 2nd. Matt Halseth will select 2nd.
All right. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. Oh, nice haircut.
He is the reigning, defending assistant coach of the year in the Metropolitan Conference, carrying an 8.4 handicap, and now with 3.0 kids total graduated from high school. This does bring him squarely into the prime of his fantasy sports career. Off of the 5th place finish in 2023 with 4 championships beneath his belt. And we'll be looking at that crucial number, a 50% qualification rate. So this year is a sort of a pivot round. It's going to push him either over or under 50%. 2nd pick will be Matthew Halseth in 2024.
That's the purple guy. Nice.
And that means, folks, that despite having 4 entries into the board, Joe Walsh will be the first overall selection. Looking to rebound from an 8th place finish in 2023. He does have 4 titles as well, and you can see qualifies for the playoffs at about a 2/3 rate. A 3.45 average finish is the 2nd best in our league. He is pioneering the quadrathlon, swimming, biking, running, and collecting fantasy titles. He'll beat you and follow it up with a Shakespearean sonnet or some Thoreau wisdom from the road less traveled. Joe Walsh will pick first here in 2024. And there you have it, folks. Our final selection. Joe Walsh will pick first. Matt Halseth 2nd. Will Lysette will pick 3rd. Michael Imoto will pick 4th. Ryan Walsh 5th. Jonathan Shulkin 6th. Corey Uhalt 7th. And Tyler Scudero will pick at the turn. Let's get a little bit of immediate feedback from our participants here. Matt Halseth, how are you feeling, and how do you think this is going to shake out?
I'm feeling very fine. I think the 2 pick is a terrific pick. I'm not surprised to see that Emoto beat all odds and got into the top 4 in a year where, as we've talked about earlier, I think having the number 1, number 2 pick isn't necessarily as needed this year. So I like how Shulkin's video came out and called Scudero picking Purdy and CMC at the turn. I think that's playing out. That's probably the number 1 thing that's going to happen. Other than that, I have no idea. So it's looking good.
Mr. L, do you have any immediate feedback? What are your first reactions?
Always happy with a top 3 pick. Makes it a little easier at the turn, so I don't have to be right in the middle. Yeah, really just looking to convert one of those running medals into a trophy.
There you have it. And Ryan, what are you thinking? How are you feeling here after the results of this 2024 lottery?
Yep, we got a good spot right in the middle so we can reach and justify our love at any given point with any pick.
And Joe, fresh off a lottery victory, how are we feeling on this Father's Day?
Oh, I'm feeling very confident with the pick. And I have to decide who I'm going to take first, and the rest of the league will follow my pick. Good luck to you guys.
The,
I'm not
the
sure
wor-
what to pick. And you deserve a Pulitzer Prize for this, Corey. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And you did record it, correct? This is
I
being
did.
recorded?
I hope I recorded it. We'll get to the
I
end
hope
and
so,
figure
too.
out.
It was brilliant and a lot of fun. I really appreciate it.
You got it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. For those of you following along at home, good luck and happy prognosticating over the following 2 months for our 2024 draft.